And we are live for a very chilled out, very quiet edition of Friday Night Hockey, as it is Memorial Day weekend here in the States. And yeah, not sure if we'll get the kind of crowds that we got last week, or if this will be a long stream tonight, but we did want to get in and say hello and cast whatever's happening. Right now it is an epic 1v1 battle versus legendary Trev and Slim, and now a new challenger has appeared as Logan has entered the arena. And it's the old multiplayer thing, of populating the server. We've seen people pop in earlier and then they see nobody's here and then they exit out. This is one of those things about multiplayer games. Nobody's playing unless, if nobody's playing, then nobody's playing. But you are looking at Hockey Question Mark, the 62A version, made by Cryptic C. You can get it at hockeyquestionmark.com. I think they still have the 62 build up there. They also have it on the subreddit r/hockey question mark. That is at the bottom of the screen. Check it out. And we suggest you do. It's a game that is still in active development. And last week, I did want to let people know that everybody that participated last week, they came up with some good feedback, what they liked, what they would like to see changed. And all that was passed along to Cryptic C. And we have heard from both of the guys who are working on Hockey Question Mark over the past week. It's been really cool. And Cryptic C did say that some of the things that they were talking about are definitely the things being addressed, as we've got stick handling and just basic movement stuff. They are going to be the focus of development first off the bat, which are the things that people were talking about. So yeah, now we're starting to see people come in. Dr. Slugger is here, Self-Plug is here. So now it's starting to look like a game. Oh, that looked like a goal. But bouncing in and out does not go over the lines, so it is Slim, who is proving to be a superstar in the 62 version. Oh, but this one's shot wide. As Logan, inert at the moment, it appears. And Slim's going to have a shot at this here. Legendary Trev coming out to make the stop. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more collision physics in this version than in the 55 version that they are currently using in leagues. And so you really see a difference. And so you see a lot more of a physical kind of game being played, which is actually a lot of fun. Legendary Trev, we'll put another one on the board, the eternal struggle of red v blue. And now it's starting to get a little bit more interesting as we have enough people to actually play goal as well as skate forward. And we've got a 2-on-1 break. Oh, he's got it! But a swing and a miss. Yeah. I don't know if people are seeing this and thinking, oh, this is like a serious thing, I'm not supposed to join. But yeah, anybody can join. It is an open skate until we get enough people, and then we'll probably do a thing. We were talking about, this kind of worked well last week. See, it's getting pretty chippy out there, as you can see. But having whichever team wins stays out, and then other people can join the other team and challenge them. And this should be a good opportunity, but the puck drifting past a couple of red players. And yeah, momentum is a big thing in this version. And now it goes the other way. Shot and save. As self plug on the stop. And now he will skate forward. It's a 3-0 break. And he will take it home. What a play.
Yes, he is good.
So 5-3 if you're keeping score at home, or even if you're by yourself. And we thank you for watching this. So yeah, we didn't know if we'd get many people tonight, as yeah, it is a holiday weekend, and it's a kind of a celebratory weekend for a lot of people, as we remember those that have fought for our country. But it also means fun stuff like, you know, the Indy 500 and things like that. So and we're planning on doing some celebrating here this weekend at the IBN headquarters, one way or the other. But did want to get in and at least stream this for a little bit, whether we have 2 players or 2 dozen, and give you an update and just let you know that there is progress. And sometimes the players in the past were like, are our voices being heard? And yes, damn it, yes, they're being heard. And that's what we're hoping for, is to get more people involved and get more active back and forth, which is good. And you know, as a you know, we do development with Hell Legit Games. We're working on #Wrecked Dawn of Beginnings, which is an arena shooter, first-person shooter. And we're planning on doing some testing of our own on that this weekend at some point. And when you talk about feedback, you want useful things, you know, it's not, I like the old version better or whatever. It's like, yeah, we know you like the old version better, but what is it about this version that makes you feel like it should be changed? Or, you know, what are things that you like and would like to see kept? And the feedback that we got was wonderful, and it's exactly the kind of useful stuff that these guys can use in development. And Sully getting in now too, so yeah, people are starting to gather. And hello to Sully, all his fans. And the shot here will go around and out. It's still 5-3 with 4 minutes left in this third period. And yeah, that's one thing people said, the turning is a little slow. But yeah, that's definitely something that is going to be altered, where you'll be able to kind of carve a little bit more. Because I know a lot of physics development has been done with this kind of stuff with Sub Rosa, and so we'll see a lot of those changes here. But Logan makes it a more interesting game, as it is 5-4 now. Legendary Trev on the assist, Logan a couple of goals. And yeah, that's exactly what's happening, fam. I said, can I join? Is it cool if I? He's like, yes, hell yes. It's funny, this is how Friday Night Hockey and a lot of the North American scene kind of prospered from the beginning. It's just whoever showed up and wanted to skate and play. And that's always been the very much the spirit of the thing. And it's funny now that people are just like, is it cool? Is this like a league thing? Or it's like, no, it's the old fashioned way. Like your grand folks used to do it. We're just about close to filling up the teams somewhat. We've got a couple of spots open. And waiting in front for this, and the blue team, Sully, will come out for that and shut down the attempt very quickly. Now here is Cindarius Thornwell, who has just entered the play. And he goes across the blue line, got a chance here. The shot, oh, it will rattle off the outside of the framework. And might be getting some hiccups here too. I'm not sure as far as ping and latency goes. But oh, the chance! Once, twice, and past the net with it. So that'll keep it a 1-goal game, 1:48 left in the third period. And yeah, it's good to see people start coming in. Spending part of their holiday weekend with us here at the Independent Broadcast Network. In addition to the thousands of people watching right now on Twitch TV. We salute you all for being here. And of course the millions that will watch later on YouTube. So now across the ice they go. Blue team trying to get that equalizer. It almost does, but the rebound is swept away. Couple of good chances. And maybe another one here. This will hang up there at the point. We'll see Sully circle around. He's out of the net, so he's got to kind of use his body to keep these guys out of their zone. That is certainly one way to do it, but with 41 seconds now, Red on the attack. Blue team just trying to regain their feet. And this could be an opportunity if somebody can get to it. No, it is taken away. And legendary Trev going for it, as is Sully with only 21 seconds left. Will they have time to even this up? Here's Trev going for it. Logan breaking to the net. They've got time and room. Off the post again. That was almost the tying goal. But time will run out on this blue team, and the GGs come out. And so officially in the stats, it will go in the books as a 5-4 victory for the red team. And as we wave goodbye to Logan, here comes Daniel Legou. So yeah, 4v4. Just like the good old days. I can't remember if this server is set to 4v4 or not. It may very well be. So I know back in the old days, for much of the history of Hockey Question Mark, the game was played 4v4. Internationally, it was played at 4v4. And the LHL a few seasons back made the switch to 5v5, and it's gone well. So that has become the standard to which everyone has become accustomed. I know there were some international games with like the guys from Russia and Eastern Europe, and they're just like, I don't know about this 5v5. It's definitely a different type of game. Especially when they had years of playing as 4v4, and having that extra skater out there does make the game change. Certainly defensively, but as well as offensively. And here's a collision. Cindarius Thornwell will hassle Sully for a bit, but Sully will clear it around. Self-plug coming out big, while Daniel Legou is approaching. And now here comes the red team. Moving it in, setting it up. Cleared away, though. As again, Sully was there. Dr. Slugger trying to get in position. And they're all set up. Just got to get some space. And Sindarius Thornwell will shoot and score to make it 1-0 for the red team. How about that?
Oh, my.
Oh, my, indeed. Yeah, actually, we may have set this to 5v5. I think we did. I think we did for that last tournament, and indeed, it appears so. So I'm counting 5 out there. Am I wrong? Is my math incorrect? Nope. Sure enough. So we did a tournament for this a while back, probably about a year or so ago, a little more. And it was a lot of fun. Oh, and what a shot by legendary Trev! As he's been on the doorstep several times with those high corner shots. And that one finds its mark. Very well placed, and 2-0. The red team will take the lead 2 minutes into this second game tonight on Friday Night Hockey. And so Pinger is here now. This is his first time in this version of the game. He says it's great. Yeah, it is. It's fun. Yeah. It is a lot different flavor from 55, especially when you consider how many hours these guys have put into, we were talking about the Russians putting in years. Now North America has also put in years on the 55 version. So yeah, some of the differences are subtle, some of them are not so subtle, but it is a dramatically different game from a player standpoint. But yeah, the differences can be a lot of fun, and I'm glad these guys are having a good time with it. I know just the body checks alone make it very entertaining for players and viewers alike. You can just go up and slam into somebody. And yeah, the pace of the game, yeah, they're saying it's a little slower. I don't know if they're talking about ping-wise. This is on the Royale Cheese server. It's on the fastest internet backbone in the world in Chicago, Illinois. It's on a dedicated server running it. So it should be able to handle all the people, but Slim! Well, shoot and score. Legendary Trev on the assist in the red team. Makes it 3-0. Yeah, we're definitely seeing some lag issues. And I know this, I think the maximum players on this server, I want to say we bumped it up to like 32, because when we do the math and all that, it should not be that much of an issue, technically, just on a pure numbers level. But I don't know if the net code's any different or anything like that. Oh, a good shot here by Noir, but this will go off the post. Yeah, we're definitely seeing some choppy ice, though. But the funny thing is that this server has been running. Like I said last week, we were like, is that thing still up? We hadn't even done anything to it in quite some time. And yes, it is up and working just fine. Well, other than the lag issues, which hopefully that will pass. Oh, and what a shot by Daniel Legou, the backhander from the point. Wow.
Shut the barn door.
Oh. So that is the first goal for the blue team, and 3-1 is the score as we start to wind down this first period. And Daniel Legou playing very aggressively, but so is Selfplug. He's come completely out of the net, and they are moving it forward with an empty net with 4 seconds left. The shot, oh! And the stop by Sully will take us to the second. And yeah, they might go for a reset. I don't know. We'll look and see. We'll see if it gets any better. It seems to be right now. It's Cindarius Thornwell with the puck. And the shot coming in will go wide. Yeah, it shouldn't be an issue for, and they're saying it's cleared up a bit. But yeah, there shouldn't be anything. Oh, a chance there, and again, we're seeing a lot of shots hit the post. Dickie Pecker is here, and yeah, he's talking about the Colexor server. Once it hits 10 people, it starts to slow down. So not sure. We were able to do tournaments and stuff in the past. What a stop there by Selfplug. As he backs into the net to make the stop. And that is good stuff now. Legendary Trev trying to move it through. He's got room. He is in the clear. And this will be stopped. As the goalies starting to, yeah, it is a little easier to play goal in this version because, yeah, you can use your full body. Whereas in 55, you can only use the stick blade. And in this, you can hit, I believe it's the control button, and do this kind of little crouch. So it's like a half butterfly. It's not a full butterfly for your goalies out there, but it's enough where you can definitely cover the 5-hole with the stick a lot easier. But a chance here. Red team converges and gets it away. And sent in front and cleared out. And again, Selfplug will get the stick on it. 2:19 left in the second. A very exciting game, and this shot will go just wide. But yeah, we'll try a server reset after this game is done, and we'll quickly leave and rejoin. So, oh, a big stop. It's Dickie Pecker in the net. Maybe it is just Friday Night Hockey. I don't know. It is hard to say, man. It's hard to say. And a huge collision. So everybody down, but the puck's still up. And Sindarius will try to lay one in front. But nobody there in time. Legendary Trev trying to get to it. But he'll at least hold it in here. Sticky Picker comes out to challenge. And they both take a bit of a fall and get back on their feet quickly. Now Sindarius with a shot and score! And he does go 5-hole. His second of the game. Legendary Trev with 2 assists. Yes, it was a good shot. Yeah, Sully goes. Yeah, any shot that goes in, that crosses the line and goes in, is by definition in any version of hockey a good shot. I would say, yeah. They don't have to be pretty. But with 45 seconds, that puts the red team in the lead 4-1 with 40 seconds. Yeah, the ping seems to be fine. I won't go into a whole thing with ping and latency and what the differences are between those two, but technically we're probably talking about latency, but we also may be talking about something in the game itself. Yeah, I will pass that on to Cryptic because yeah, the server itself should be in a good position. As we were saying before, we've had 20 some odd people in this thing with no huge lag issues. Obviously not all of those were playing, but that's one thing that we have seen the leagues do, is kind of limit how many people are in the servers. So that's something that started in Russia, and they started doing it in North America, where if you are not playing or streaming, then just watch the stream, as they say. But the nature of Friday Night Hockey has usually just been not everybody's getting to play. But how did that not go in? Oh, so close! As a big play to make that stay on this side of the line. Now this shot will go wide. Thornwell, Nor battling for it. Here comes Pinger. And he hits the wall, but he does shield the puck. And now going back the other way, the shot, off 2 posts. And when you can hit 2 posts and it doesn't go in, yeah. So yeah, it might be the amount of players on the ice. That is a possibility. I don't know. We'll look into it a little bit more. So I'm trying to remember if, I guess we'll have to go back into the archives on IBN, on the IBN Casting YouTube, and see for sure. Because I want to say that tournament was a 4v4. It might have been 5v5, though, just because it's a different version of the game. Oh, and the body check will prevent the goal. And so, see, Asugo is coming in. So we're keeping the server full at the very least. So, hey. So when we first started tonight, we did not know if we would have players because of the holiday weekend. But we've got a full house here. Enough where we're not sure if the amount of players is going to save on his own teammate. So with 236, blue team will try to move this forward. This is now 3v3, so that should help a little bit, perhaps, with the... We'll see if there is a difference, yeah. But I know there's the net code of the game. I would have to ask Cryptic Sea to know for sure, but I don't think there's anything like, interpolation or stuff like that to lag comp. I think it's just you get in and whatever works. What you see is what you're getting. So I don't know if that's something that could or would be implemented. But the pass across, he's there, and Sully will score on the pass from Nor. And yeah, that's that's how you do it. It's slow motion, but it works. Your thoughts?
Lots of action, I must say.
Yeah, we're starting to see that here as, some of the players having some sort of seizure on the ice. But we came to praise seizures, not to bury them. So, and that is one way to play goal for sure. Just get out and roll around and thrash in front of the net. Very reminiscent of the old Dominic Hasek kind of style of goaltending for you old timers. Oh, and laid in beautifully, but the shot will go wide. And so now with 41 seconds, blue team will start to move this. Dickey Pecker comes out of the net, and they're going all in. Takes this up to the line. He's going coast to coast. He will shoot and score. And that is 4-3. So now a 1-goal game. Sully on the assist. 28 seconds, and this blue team has risen to make this a close one. And yeah, skating and stick handling, that's definitely first thing on the menu from Cryptic Sea. So yeah, all the people are talking about how difficult it is to turn and so forth. Those are things that are definitely in the pipeline of fixes for the game. That's going to do it. And the red team, once again, will take the W, 4-3. Yeah, well, we're probably going to do a reset. So now we'll do that. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we've reset the server. We'll see if it makes a difference. people were saying they saw the ping drop when everybody left, so. Yes, these are things that we will report to the developer. See what we can do about getting things fixed. But it seems to be working fine now. And hopefully the reset of the server helps. So like I said, I don't know when indeed the last time the server was reset. But here's a chance. And just short by about a foot and a half. It's Dicky Pecker now with the puck. We'll move it across to Nor. He will let this bank off the boards. And he's got a good chance here at self-plug. He shoots and scores! What a play.
Just wonderful.
And yeah, they are. Trev says it feels much better. Yeah, that might have made a big difference, man. I say you might have been. I don't think we reset it last week, like at all. So we're talking about a good 2 years of uptime, which, for the sake of development, hey, not too bad. Not too bad at all. But we'll see if it hangs on. Oh, you can't use capital letters in this game? Oh, well, I see other people doing it. Yeah. Seems to be working, yeah. It's just not working for self-plug. Use left shift. Okay. See, I'm learning things about the game, too. Oh, but just a laid-back Friday night. And that is, of course, what Friday Night Hockey is all about. It is for fun. Even when we had the leagues going with HQML, it was seen as kind of the fun league. And it's always very gratifying when people talk about some of their fondest memories of the game. And some of those have come from these Friday night sessions, whether in leagues or just an open skate. So a lot of the times in the North American leagues, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of, it's on you to perform well. And in this one, the stakes aren't as high. There's not as many big money prizes and sponsors and all that stuff. Good one, self-plug. Good one. So still a 1-0 game, at least for the moment. No, it will be pushed out and self-plug all the way back in the back. He's coming out, but Nor is going to take advantage of that. He's got an open net to shoot at, and he will finish the job. Top shelf for the mama. Keep us the cookies. It is 2-0 in favor of the red team. My goodness.
And my goodness as well.
Oh God, should we even try this strategy?
I think that in this case, defense is key.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. Yeah, the more players might be slowing the game down. But yeah, I'm curious as to we're doing the scientific method here, so. We're testing the hypothesis. But yeah, last week we didn't have as many problems. I mean, definitely there were times when I remember it did, there was some latency, and we're seeing some here on the stream as well. But I don't know. I've been seeing in the 55 version too on the collect source servers. That even those and the older version, we see some issues sometimes, and some people have been saying more lately than usual, which is a strange phenomenon because those are usually pretty rock solid servers as well. So I don't know. We'll try to isolate it as best we can. While we are playing for fun, we're also kind of playing for test purposes as well, because this is a work in progress. And there's a play in progress, a shot in progress, and flipped just wide. 9 seconds left. That may be the last shot of this first period. It is 2-1 as we go to the second. The red team will keep the lead. Yeah, this is the Royale cheese server. And Pinger's playing from Central Europe. He's getting 150 ping. So from Central Europe all the way to Chicago. Yeah, I'm not sure why that is, because I think all of CollectSource servers are on one machine. And there's really not much running on this dedicated generator server at this moment. Legendary Trev, what a play! As he feeds one with a backhand to that upper corner once again. And yeah, as these guys get some time in on these games, you can definitely see some huge improvements in what they were able to do on the ice. And that was a very nicely done one just there. 3 on 1 break. And it will be Noir who finishes it off. He has the hat trick. All 3 of their goals, Dickie Pecker, 2 of their assists, and 3-2. Red team in the lead. Yeah, hit the control button, yeah. Yeah, hit the control button. Make sure the 5 hole's covered with your stick. Pinger really is new to the game. Yeah, 5 hole. You know, the space between your legs. Yeah. That's goalie technical talk there. And here is Nora again. The battle with self-plug. He may feed this. He does to Dickie Pecker. Oh, and he was swinging away from the net instead of towards the net. I think he was just trying to get the stick into position to make the shot, but not able to get that one down. And self-plug now will take the puck, and a deft stick move will turn him loose. He's got room. Shoots. Scores. And we are tied at 3 here in the second period. How about that?
As a caster, I am quite enjoying this.
Me too. Yeah, it's good times. Good times on a Friday night. And we hope that everyone is having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend and continues to do so. We may be streaming more this weekend, depending on what's going on. And I know next week Rising Storm Vietnam comes out, so we'll definitely be streaming some of that, because I'm going to be playing a lot of that. Had so much fun in the beta. And the shot off the post here. We're starting to see more people come in. Kuchar is here. Oh, do you like Rising Storm? Yeah, you'll have to come play with us, man. Yeah, it's fun as hell. It's dumb and it's hilarious. Is every bit what a multiplayer game should be. Oh, the shot here will travel over the net. Yeah, okay, yeah. Trev gave the link, and okay, good. In the words of Trev, yes. Oh, but yeah, usually the Red Orchestra and Rising Storm games are kind of serious business type of things. But in Vietnam, the people in Vietnam people seem a little bit more forgiving, because it's Vietnam. All the things I saw people complain about, which seem very minor, such as there's no defined front line. It seems like the VC are everywhere, and you know, I got napalmed by my own commander and things like that. It's like, dude, have you ever watched a Vietnam movie? It's like Charlie's everywhere, man. And then there's always that scene where it's like, I'm calling everything in on my position right now. So, I don't know. We had a whole squad of people playing just in our team speak, and when we all got napalm trying to get a point, we were not angry. We were laughing our ass off. So, I mean, and I hope these guys are laughing their ass off playing this because it is a fun version of the game. And although it may not be quite league ready, the developers, Alex and Luke, have both expressed that that's their ultimate goal for the game, is to make it league ready. So, thank you, Daniel Legoo. Yeah, I actually have done it for years. I was on FM radio. The guy that's like, hey, coming up next, it's a triple shot from Leonard Skinner. That kind of shit. So it was a natural transition. But yeah, we talked a little bit about this. I want to give a shout out to Deloriax, who had me on his podcast this week, The Face Off. And we talked a little bit about my history with casting and broadcasting in general. And no, there's no league on this patch or on this version yet. But if things keep going, if we get enough people to play on a regular basis, we might bring back the HQML. But right now, we're just happy to have a full house this evening to play this version. Because yeah, when we first got here tonight, it looked like it was just going to be we were just going to be casting Slim and Trev. But yeah, they get this version as it stands. I guess it's been about 3 years since they first started on this, and the 55 version a few years back from that. In fact, it had been out for a few years before we did Friday Night Hockey, and it was just one of a whole bunch of games that Cryptic Sea had done. And so I give a lot of credit to the community for kind of reviving the interest in it. And some of the things that you see in the game now, like the mini map and the different camera angles and so forth, those were all Cryptic Sea did those for 55 after Friday Night Hockey came out, mostly just to because I was having a hard time seeing everybody and calling out the names. So, but yeah, 55 and now 62. And the thing about Cryptic Sea is that they've got a whole bunch of games that they're working on, and all of their games kind of feed off of each other. It's all on the same engine. So if there's improvements made, they get ported over. And that's kind of what's happening here. And so, yeah, like I was talking about Sub Rosa, it's their big game right now. And of course, Golf for Work groups, which I would totally recommend you check out. It's definitely worth playing. But all the physics changes that go into that, they will be put into hockey question mark as well. And here's a shot that will go just wide. We're still tied at 3. We got 3 minutes left in the third period of this game. And this has been good stuff. And good stuff continues. Nor on 2-on-1 break. And he's going to try to send the pass across, I think, but that will be stopped. As self-plug there in the net. Dickie Pecker circles around. He's got options. He will try to get this across the line. He does, and a scrum will dislodge this. Couture was going for it, but self-plug comes out. And I love how when there's not league stuff on the line, you're seeing these goalies a lot of the times when they'll make the save and then they'll see that open ice. It's just too much to resist. It's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going for it, man. I'm going to take this straight up the middle. And they just kind of leave the net and just try to take it all the way down. That's very entertaining in itself. Now, there's not shootouts unless we set it up that way. I mean, the way it's set up is just the good old overtime. If this game does not have a victor that is clear within the next 1 minute and 24 seconds, then you will indeed see the OT periods. And it's golden goal, as they say across the pond. We'll keep going until somebody scores. That's from now until then, essentially. And so, legendary Trev. This puck will get past him, but not past self-plug as he sends it back down. Daniel Legou there to take the pass. He will fire it in with a minute left. Yeah, we'll have this up on YouTube and all that so people can watch later. You can, all the players who are playing now, you can watch your highlights and fancy moves. Show all your friends. Impress the ladies. Because nothing impresses ladies like being good at hockey question mark by Cryptic C. The save! And what a stop there. As Pinger preserves this game for the red team. So there you go. There's a highlight you'll want to watch again, man. For sure. But now, with 5 seconds, this one drifts into the neutral zone. Daniel Legou will try to reset for the offense. But time runs out, and we are going to overtime. A little extra hype there for your Friday night entertainment. Alan Tidge is here. Talk about a veteran of Friday night hockey. He was from the Knights of Jerusalem, one of the great teams of Friday night hockey history. They started out at the bottom. They clawed their way to the top. They got their sponsorship from Tom's Onion Rings, and they'll never be forgotten in the annals of the historical records. And Sellex asks, is this a real game? It feels real to me. Yeah, I think he's asking if he can get in on it. But yes, here's a chance and a save. The rebound will go just wide. Is this real? Is anything real, man? What is the nature of reality? I don't know, Morpheus. I don't know. But a chance for the blue team. And That will instead drift back to center ice now. Dickey Pecker, self-plug way out of the net. So he's just going to follow him through. And the blue team playing very aggressively on defense will stop the attack. And that'll give self-plug a chance to settle back into the net. And we're about a minute and a half into this first overtime period. Remember, it will keep going until somebody scores. Them's the rules. Yeah, yeah, that we've seen that play out. Self-plug, yes. Blue bodies can indeed block the goal. Yeah, your own teammates can impede progress. And we've seen a few shots going on, but then the usual style of standing in front of the net. What, Chris's canned bread? What, are we talking news sponsors here? Well, anyway. Yeah, so full body collision is in this version, whereas it is not in 55. So yeah, that is going to be a game changer. So it definitely opens up that area in front, because yeah, you're not just going to be parked in front of the goalie waiting to pick up a rebound, unless you're looking for a deflection. But it adds to the fun, I think. But, we're talking about all these little changes that add up into big changes when you've got people who have spent so much time playing this game. Oh, what a shot. But it will rattle off the framework. Legendary Trev going back for it. And we'll pass this across. And it is Slim and Dickey Pecker going for it. Dickey Pecker gets there first. And this is headed towards the net. Self-plug will come out big again to make the stop. And he skates back, race for it now. Daniel Legou is trailing Dickey Pecker. We'll flip this off the board. Sponsored by Rainbow Sheds. Also endorse Arthur Two Sheds Jackson, I think. But now 1:16 left in the overtime period. Our first overtime period. And yeah, man, get in, get stuck in, as they say. Go on, my son, as they say. Oh, but Legendary Trev puts the biscuit in the basket on a hard lick to make it 4-3, and the blue team will prevail in overtime. It took almost all of one overtime period to do, but they got it done. And so, yeah, shout out to Legendary Trev. He's done a lot of work to gather the troops and put this thing together. And so it's good to see him have some success on the ice here with an OT winner. So yeah, we'll do at least one more game. We've been having a good time tonight. Like we said, that is what it is all about. We're getting back to the roots. So yeah, there used to be a time when we didn't have 3 North American leagues or any leagues at all. So we would just get here on Friday night and say, whoever shows up, we'll cast it. That was the way it was for quite some time, and that was a building point from which the North American scene could kind of gather up and meet. And eventually, we ended up with what we've got now, the 3-league system, which is fantastic. And a fantastic shot by Couture. Daniel Legou on the assist. And a well-played offensive effort by this blue team. Make it 1-0. Wow.
These teams came to play.
Yes, and we are glad that they came to play. We're very glad. And we're glad you're here to watch. All the millions of people watching this instead of the free Overwatch weekend or whatever else is going on. I think Fallout 4 is free this weekend too, but I'll just play New Vegas. Chance now for this blue team. But they'll have to circle back around for it as Slim. They drop past Denor. That's broken up. Tidge following closely. Now a battle in the neutral zone. And yeah, the link should work, Orioles. Hello to you in the chat. Yeah, if the link doesn't work from the hockeyquestionmark.com site, it should work from the subreddit r/hockey?. And they headed free, or at first there was they did a thing where it was $8 to get your hands on the latest version. That was a kind of a one-time thing, mostly because people were like, how do I donate? How can I contribute to the developer in some way? So it was kind of one of those things. It said true believers only, I believe was the wording that was used. And so that was, but everybody that wanted it eventually got it and got the newest version. So yeah, it is now free to play. And from what I understand, it will continue to be free to play. And hold on, I don't know if I can mod you in this or not. Hold on, let me see if I can do something on this end. I'm missing all the action though. Self-plug with a big save. And let me see. Oh, they don't have it up on here. Okay. Well.
Oh my.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Reddit right now. 062A League. So we can shot save. Yeah, I'm looking for it. Let me try yeah, since this is I don't think I can mod people directly here. I know it's dumb. Let me see if I can. And they don't have it. Okay. Oh, it's in older versions. Okay. Thank you, Legendary Trev. It's technically not an older version, but yeah. 62. Okay. There we go. I will copy that link. I think I can. Yes, indeed. Wahaha. All right, so still 1-0 as we go to the second period, and I think we've got it sorted here. Yeah. There's so much to put a link in the chat, but yeah. But I was wondering myself, man, because we don't. I haven't downloaded it in a while, and yeah, it is not there on the Cryptic Sea site. I was going to the hockey question mark page, and there's not a direct link to it, but hopefully that one, which is a direct link, should work. But yeah, for those of you who are watching this, the millions that watch it on YouTube later, yeah, just go to older versions over on the sidebar where the downloads are, and it's in those older versions. So, you know, it's like South Park. I learned something today. Not a complete loss, right? But Selleck's with the puck. And he will try to get the pass across. Blue team loaded up in the near side. The shot will go on net. Not quite there, though, as it travels wide. And picked off, but still pressure coming in. As this red team kind of crouched down. They are in beast mode. Dickey Pecker comes out of the net. Will he be able to resist the temptation to go all the way? No, he's going to come with this. As Daniel Legou gains control. The leaping protective guard. Yeah, I love the bot league too. We're going to be doing more of that. I'll be talking to DVD about that. As I'm glad you mentioned that, man, because it's probably about time that we get the hockey bots back, because it's an incredible thing what the bots are able to do. And Selleck's, there's the hard work paying off, as Nor will get the assist, and Selleck's looking like Tom Selleck's out there. A magnum sort of goal. Yeah, I'm reaching here, but this is probably the last game of the night, so. Yeah, starting to, yeah, I don't know what's happening with the stream. I'm seeing some issues here. Okay, there it goes. All right, it's coming back. Okay. All right. Yeah, not sure what's up. Gotten better internet, got an upgrade on the internet, but yeah, there seems to be some slowdown. And all of a sudden we're back. Okay, great. I don't know, the internet, y'all, it's an amazing thing. I mean, when we start talking about all this stuff like ping and latency and whatnot, I just, I'm amazed it works at all. But yeah, it should be working now. If you're having trouble, you might refresh your browser. Or you might not. I don't know. It's something between here and the Dallas Twitch servers, but this will all be, it's all being locally recorded. So it will be on YouTube in its entirety. So you won't miss a single bit of the crazy action that is happening on the ice and that has occurred all throughout the evening. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Yeah, sometimes we get a hitch between here and the Twitch Dallas servers. I don't know. Might try another Twitch server at some point, but who knows? But yeah, if you have trouble, just refresh, and it should come back up, because we are live and things are happening. We're tied at 1, the second period, with a minute and some change left. Here is Nor and Tidge, 2-on-1. Daniel Legou. Well, back check and pick him up. And the red team will continue their attack as they turn and burn here. It will be Selleck's who takes it. Couture coming in. He's going to go ahead and launch this towards the net. It is cleared away by Self-Plug on the stop. And 46 seconds now, the blue team will try to make their move. It's got to get past the red guys who are kind of going back and forth here. Oh, and how did that not go in? We've seen so many near misses tonight. And that is definitely one of them. Oh, I'm using OBS, so yeah, it shouldn't be a software problem or really a local internet problem. So everything else seems to be great. But I won't go into a long thing about how the internet works and routing and hops and all that stuff. But yeah, sometimes even from 100 miles away to Dallas, yeah, we're gonna have some issues. But it seems to be okay now, and also the servers seem to be okay as well. Some of the people were talking about server issues earlier, but that seems to have stabilized. And yeah, I don't play in pubs. I'm terrible at the game. I'm because I've been streaming it for so long, for all these years. Instead of all that time I could be playing, I've spent mostly casting. Shot from distance, save made, Dickie Pecker. Wow.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And Nor, he's got Tidge in front of him, but he's going to take this himself. Couture is going to play catch up, and he gets there. Self-Plug will wave at this as it goes past the crease and out at the 4:20 mark of the third period. We're still tied at 1. And I've never heard that my voice doesn't match my name, no, but I'm not sure what voice would match my name, but I dig what you're saying, but oh, yeah. Been doing this for many years. Yeah, for anybody that's interested in the whole history of it all, yeah, just check out the face-off with Deloriax, where he really go into this stuff. And he was he said he wanted to focus on my history in gaming and casting and also hockey as well, and we did that very thoroughly. So shout out to Dial. It was a lot of fun to be on the show, and definitely encourage people to check that out. So we covered a lot of ground, the past, present, and future of the game. But yeah, now I spoke too soon, fam, and now we're starting to see some slowdown, and some big slowdown here on the ice. This is a server-wide issue. Now that I do not know. I don't think that any of the net code itself has changed, because so much of the game is intact. In fact, it's funny, talking about OBS, you can set it to what game you're playing, and it looks for the hockey EXE, and I don't change it. I use the same, the hockey that I use for the 55 cast, and it picks it right up. But the shot here, not sure if Dickie Pecker might have got a piece of that, because it travels up and over. And we're looking at another tie game here with 2 minutes left. That could change, though. Red team with a chance. An open net now. They get back in. The shot will go off the post. So Tidge going back to retrieve this. We'll keep it in the zone. And yeah, that's going to be one of those things that's hard to pin down as far as the ping and the latency issues. I mean, we've seen people talk about it a lot more than they have in the past, even with the 55 versions. So trying to nail down what the issues might be, that's going to be one of those long-term kind of trial and error type of things. But nights like this go a long way towards helping that. So that's another reason we appreciate people coming in and skating around a little bit here on Friday nights. We're going to be doing this every week. This is our second week of going back to doing it, and our second week of doing it with this 62 version. And we get together at about 8 p.m. Eastern Time every Friday, and it is an open invitation for whoever wants to play, even if you have no experience in the game. We had at least one guy tonight who said he was new to the game altogether and played quite well. And Self-Plug playing quite well tonight with another big save back there. He may be called upon to do it again here as Legendary Trev will carry this into the corner, sends it across the slot, nor going back to the point for it. We'll dish it to Trev, beautifully passed across the middle of the shot. Oh, and again, not quite there. Again, just these close calls. We've seen quite a few over the course of the evening. Of course, the net is a little bit different in shape and dimension, and the stick handling is different. So some of these guys, the softest hands in the game in 55, they're going to meet up with some differences here in the 62 version. But yeah, we've been assured that, well, and we're going to overtime again. What an exciting night of hockey. Well, this is one reason, yeah, because it's fun, and we're bringing it back. And yeah, there were some people that were not thrilled with this version, but it's trying to change a bunch of stuff. Okay, the net posts don't match the hitbox. Okay, yeah, I was kind of wondering about that, because we've seen some that it looks like surely that goes in, and then it does not. But yeah, this is the newest branch of the game, and so this is the one that is going to see further development for sure. And so that's one of the reasons we wanted to kind of bring back some play for fun, to try to get more data and make it a game that people enjoy. And Nor on the feed from Legendary Trev. And that works no matter what. It's the one-timer into the slot. And so 2-1, Red will take the victory in our final game that we'll be streaming tonight. They may keep playing. I don't know. But we're starting to see a lot more lag. But yeah, they're going to keep playing. And we hope that you'll keep playing too. And yeah, it's the way I see it. It's not going to get any better unless people play it and give feedback on it. Because I don't know how much. Well, code-wise, the 55 version is pretty much an evolutionary dead end. I mean, that's just, everybody's going to have to face that. But we did get some news that there may be some cosmetic changes. Okay, one more then. All right, one more, guys. Sure, why not? If people are down, I'm down. So we're hoping there will be a post next week. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up too much until things start happening, but we are hearing more from the developers that I know that Golf for Work groups has been a big priority right now because they've got it out. It's on Devolver Digital. It's on Steam. And they're hoping to take some money from that and kind of do a hockey jam and really do more intensive work on this game. So that much I know for sure. So that's yet another reason to check out Golf for Work groups. Beside the fact that it's a fun golf game. We used to play it a lot in the community. There for a while, I know that when people would lose in the playoffs or in the regular season, they'd get together and play a round of golf ? Which is now Golf for Work groups. So maybe we can bring that back too. But yeah, in order to figure out what the community wants, we have to get the community involved. And so that's kind of the reason behind doing the 62 version here on Friday nights instead of 55. And plus, it is fun. We've had a great time with it. Yeah, man, it's just like the pros. Your hockey season's over, play some golf. So we're getting an extra bonus game this evening. Yes, yeah, some people getting in late, but they're getting in. And so yeah, I want to thank everybody who's played tonight. And we encourage you to keep showing up on Friday nights, just like the old days. But still no score here in the first period. Oh, a big collision. Things could change quickly as Alexander Shestakov now. He's got Couture with him, but Self-Plug will come out to the blue line to play this from the net. Yeah, definitely a lot more aggressive work from the goalies in this version. But Blue now on the move. The shot will go over the crossbar. And now traveling around, it will be Slim and Couture going for the puck. Slim gets to it first. And Couture just mash him up in the corner. He still stays with this, and he'll send it in front. And a nice poke check to get it out. And still in contention here. First in front of the net, now behind the net. As what exactly is going on back here? Okay, we'll zoom in for you. The red team is still trying to move this, but now that could set up a counterattack for Blue. The race to it. Here comes Self-Plug, and it'll come out to the face-off circle for it this time. As lots of action along the boards, big collisions. And yeah, last time we did a tournament for this game, it was on Saturday night, I believe. I think it was a 2-night affair. We had a Friday night and a Saturday night. But we may do some more of that. We're just kind of seeing how this goes. Like I said, this is the second week of the return of Friday Night Hockey, the revival. It was the longest running hockey stream for many years. God, like 4, nearly 5 years. But here's a chance, the shot, the score, Slim! Selleck's on the assist. And the first goal of the game at the 49-second mark of the first period. Slim taking Red to a 1-0 lead. But that's been another thing. A Friday night is always a tough night for a lot of people, is the thing. But it is the tradition. But I don't know, a lot of people, they have school, whether, you know, school or college school, uni, as they say, across the pond or up north. And so Friday night is their night to get loose, so we don't see as many people. And that really had an effect on HQML a lot of the times. We're having attendance issues with some of the teams. And Sellex will finish this off. Tidge on the assist, and with 7 seconds, 2-0, it is red, extending their lead. Now, this is how I talk. I don't know any other way to talk other than this one. That's the first thing they tell you in radio is not to try to sound like you're on the radio, because then you're going to sound inauthentic. So say, just get comfortable in front of the mic and start talking, just like you're talking to somebody. And that is, advice I got very early on in my radio career, and I took it to heart. And it's maybe the huge success in esports casting that I am today. Yeah. I did get to go to a lot of cool events and cast a lot of cool things. And I still do other esports. There just hasn't been much in the way of other esports to do in quite some time. But hockey is always a happy refuge. Well, yeah. There's times when I've passed up gigs where I would have had 500 or 600 people watching a cast, say, to do it for 5 people for hockey. So I think the most I ever got was probably 30, 40,000 when we were on IGN's front page when we were casting in Las Vegas. But some of the guys that have been on IBN have gone to some bigger success. But yeah, it's not my first rodeo. Been doing this for a minute. And yeah, a bunch of other games. Some of those games didn't make it as long as hockey has. Hockey has outlasted some of those games in terms of whether they exist or not. Like, do you remember Arctic Combat? Probably not. I have done some CS casting. And in fact, one of the guys from Tribescast, where I worked at before, you've probably, if you like CS, you've probably heard of Sadakist. He's probably the most successful as far as viewership and stuff. I remember one night we were trying to, I've done some Rocket League, and I'd like to do more Rocket League. I really like that game. One of our guys from IBN, Guitar Guy, he is doing a lot of Rocket League casting now, I understand. Yeah, I'm totally down to cast a Rocket League tournament if you guys are down to. Yeah, it's fun, and yeah, it's a fun one to cast. So yeah, if you guys are down to do that, I'm totally down to do that. Just hit me up. Kind of got complacent. Everybody was waiting for that next big game to come out. There never really was that next big game. But in the meantime, I do it for this community because I love this community. Yeah, Richard Lewis is a cool guy. He's a cool guy. I've spoken to him here and there on Twitter, but never in real life. I guess Twitter is almost real life, but no, I would love to work for him though, or work with him on something. He's very interesting guy and a good writer. I don't think he gets enough credit for his writing, which he doesn't have as much time to do, I guess, because now he's on like E-League. Right after the Big Bang Theory tonight on TBS, I'm sure. And that is a good question. Why is this game not on Steam? I suspect that eventually it will be, because little by little, all the Cryptic Sea games are kind of heading towards Steam. Especially now that they've got the deal with Devolver Digital. They've put several of the Cryptic Sea classics on there. Of course, Sub Rosa, which is like hockey, it's a work in progress. And Golf for Work Groups, which is a pretty old game. It's about a 10-year-old game itself. And it just made its way to Steam. So, yeah, I would not be surprised if, out of the Cryptic Sea stable of games, if Hockey Question Mark, the 62 version, the 62B or whatever it might be, will probably be a prime candidate to get on there as well. Yeah, I know it takes a while. I mean, the way they develop games, and I understand why. I mean, it's kind of a labor of love, and it's also it's mostly Alex, and then Luke works on him on some of these games with him. Hockey being one of them, so they're kind of limited by when they can all get together. All, I say, the two of them, and spend more time with it. But from what we're hearing, that time is again coming up pretty soon. Oh, you found the game through this stream. That's awesome. That's what we're hoping for. It's to kind of get more people interested in the game. Yes, Stalfan did request a refund, and Cryptic Sea gave it to him, I think. But that was donations only, because we ended up just giving it to anybody who wanted it when it was all said and done. At the blessing of Cryptic Sea. So you didn't have to pay $8 to, but many people wanted to, because it was a free game, and a lot of these guys, like we say, there's so many hours invested in playing it, and they wanted to give back in some way. And so that's why that was set up. I think that was a sort of a communications issues. The intent might not have been as well advertised as it should be, which you can put some of that on me. I'm sort of the unofficial community manager for Hockey Question Mark, and probably Golf for Work Groups too. We're talking, so but this is all part of that, right? Is trying to reconcile some of the community stuff and the developer stuff, and get everybody a little bit more on the same page. I hope we can do that over the course of this year. I mean, stuff like this is definitely a step in the right direction. A shot there, rattling off the post. There was nobody in the net, and this is traveling in. And the red team, their own worst enemy, as they all crashed the net. And snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. They're still up 2-0 though here in the third period of what probably indeed will be our final game of the night. But Tidge, the big shot, the big score. Selleck's with his second assist, and we are looking at a 3-0 game here. The red team, whoever's been on that red team, they've been dominant tonight. Yeah, I'll try to zoom in a little bit more. It kind of goes back and forth, you know. Like last night, people were saying I was zooming in too close on the 55, but yeah, it's just finding that healthy medium. Of course, this game, spectator-wise, yeah, it helps to zoom in somewhat. Yeah, as you can see here, they've got a good chance. This blue team does. Yeah, sometimes even when you're zoomed in, it's hard to tell what's going on. But the puck will be cleared away. And Daniel Legou going back for this. I see Dickie Pecker has rejoined. We're down to 2:20 left in the third period, so if the blue team is going to make moves, this is the time for them to start making them. But first, they're going to have to get this out of their own zone as the puck travels into the corner. They will win the battle for the puck and clear this away. Wait, what, the map name thing? It should, as far as I know. But yeah, I see this stuff as big progress, y'all, because people are giving useful feedback, and that feedback is being processed by the guys at Cryptic Sea. And I know they appreciate it, because it's not an antagonistic relationship, or it should not be. There's no reason for it to be. I think it's just that, you know, Cryptic Sea is, they spend a lot of time working, you know, and you tend to just put your head down and work. You know, it's not about reaching out as much. So yeah, again, that's, if you're going to blame anybody, so you can blame me. So I'm going to try to help facilitate things a little bit more so that we can get some real progress going. Because everybody's hung with this game for a long time, which is awesome. And so they deserve to have the kind of game that they want to play. And I think the folks at Cryptic Sea, Alex and Luke, are ready to help deliver that. But just, you know, it does take time. It does take time if you want to do it right. You know, this is something we've learned while making #Rect, is that, you know, we could have just half-assed it and put the game out in less than a year, but we decided that we didn't want to half-ass it. We wanted to, you know, whole-ass it, I suppose. And so, you know, we're 3 years into developing that. We're hoping, you know, I would say we'll get it out this year, but I don't want to jinx it. We'll have more to tell you about that soon. HellLegitGames.com is the place for that. And we will be giving you more news about this version of the game and about Hockey Question Mark in general, as well as #Rect. And Dave's Donuts and Tom's Onion Rings. There's so much to cover. But we had a great night tonight, a great turnout. Again, we appreciate everybody very much for watching and for playing. It's been a lot of fun, and we hope that we will see you again this next Friday as we get it going again. And all our social media crap is at the bottom of the screen. You can follow me at Winners with the One. Follow Aila at IBN Aila. You can follow IBN Casting at IBN Casting. And of course, check out the YouTube IBN Casting, where this game will be up later. Make sure that's uploaded for your entertainment purposes. And we'll be back with a more expanded schedule. We've been talking about it, and we're setting it up. So we're going to be streaming all sorts of stuff. Yeah, we'll be doing that Vietnam, as well as many other games. And of course, the LHL continues on Thursday nights. Next week will be the last regular season night of LHL, so a lot will be on the line, and the playoffs will start after that. So, but you can definitely check out hockey here every Thursday and Friday, and during the week, who knows what else, and who knows who else we can pull in to do wacky antics with us. Maybe some of those famous people we talked about will come in, and if not those famous people, then some other famous people. So from all of us, yeah, you can tell I'm really hyping the social media so well. Yeah, it's, you know how it goes. Yeah, it's everything except an Instagram. I think we got a Patreon up, so if any donations go to the ramen and grape soda fund that fuels the casting that we do, and also hardware and software related things as well. So it's greatly appreciated. Everybody who's supported, everybody that helped us get a new computer so we could stream this stuff, as the old machine finally died after like 4 or 5 years of heavy service. So here's hoping that this one will make it at least that far. And we'll try our best to make it that far. We made it through this evening. And we love you all and appreciate you all very much. And yeah, check out the subreddit r/hockey ? And definitely check out that podcast. That was a blast to do that with Dial. I mean, that's somebody that I appreciate and love and respect very much. And that's somebody who I could talk about for hockey and stuff for hours and hours. But we kept it to an hour so we don't just drive you nuts with it. And it's definitely worth a listen. Every week, that's definitely worth a listen. He's going to have all sorts of great people from the community coming in to share their wisdom and insight. And I'm sure it will be no less entertaining when they do it than when I did. So from all of us, I'm Winners with the One. And I've been here with Aila, and want to thank Legendary Trev again for assembling the posse to get things going here on the 62 version. And here is a toast to its continued success. And so from all of us at the Independent Broadcast Network, we will see you next time. Good night.
See ya.